Are you sick of looking at Netflix and you don't know what to watch?
So many movies out there, you don't know which ones are good, which ones were bad.
You curious about what's out there?
I'm Joey Powers.
I'm Don Tretler.
This is The Best Pictures.
The ones you don't want to miss.
Hit it.
Say hello to my little friend.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Winners go home and prom queen.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I don't deserve this. Deserves got nothing to do with it. No sequel for you.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of The Best Pictures. I'm one of your hosts, Joey Powers.
Hey, and I'm Don Tretler. Welcome to the show.
So this week we are going to be giving our Oscar predictions because the Oscars are on
Sunday
Sunday
night.
Right? But first on, if you want to...
Well, before we continue, we want to let everyone know that this show is broadcast live from the Fact TV studios in Bellows Falls. Fact TV is a community access center that provides studio space and production services free of charge to community members in Southern Vermont and Keene. If you're interested in creating your own show, already producing content and wish to submit it, or want to stay informed about news and events in Southern Vermont and Keene, including live coverage of local town meetings, sporting events, and community events, visit fact8.com.
Thank you, Don. So real quick, just a recap of the weekend box office. Captain America: Brave New World was number one again, $28.2 million. The new Stephen King horror movie, The Monkey,
is
number two at $14 million.
Oh.
And Paddington, Peru, Dogman, and Hard Eyes rounded out the top five. So, before we get into the Oscars, I just wanted to give you a recap on who won the Screen Actors Guild Awards that were this past Sunday.
Right.
Timothy Chalamet. I was surprised. Timothy Chalamet won lead actor.
I've heard good things about him.
Yeah. I thought Adrian Brody was going to win, but you kind of brought up that he already has an Oscar, but he never won a Screen Actors Guild. He didn't win for. He didn't win for the pianist.
Oh.
Because he was kind of a big upset for winning for that, because I don't think anybody really expected him to win. I thought it was going to be Jack Nicholson and About Schmidt. Demi Moore looks like the clear frontrunner now for The Substance, which I really do want to see now that I know what it's about. And then the other two were not surprises. Zoe Saldana and Kieran Culkin both won the supporting awards, and Best Ensemble went to Conclave.
Oh.
Which I was kind of happy.
It should.
That was a really good movie, and it was a really, really good cast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Oscars are Sunday night. I watch them every year. I don't remember the last time I haven't seen an Oscar. I think it was when I was in middle school. I'm debating, though, because Conan O'Brien is hosting the Oscars, and I cannot stand Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
I don't think he's funny at all. I think he has a very dry, boring personality.
Is he Canadian? He might be a Canadian.
I think he might be, yeah.
So maybe it's a Canadian sense of humor you don't like.
Do you think he's funny?
I'm not really a big fan of his or anything, but I don't mind him really either.
I watched clips from his show, and it's like I couldn't sit through his show.
There are other people that I really just I don't like. Like I don't like Jimmy Kimmel. He falls below Conan O'Brien.
See, I like Jimmy Kimmel.
I kind of like, who's the other Jimmy? Jimmy
Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. I like him.
I could live with or without him. He doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I always liked Jay Leno. And
Jay Leno was good.
Not all the time, but recently, like towards the end, I started to like David Letterman. But I never. Who's the other one? There's like a British guy now, right? Like something Corp.
I don't know.
I
don't get television anymore,
yeah,
so I don't watch these.
I don't stay up late enough to watch them anymore anyway.
Right.
But
well, hey, you know what? Let's take a look. I wanted to take a look at last year's Oscars. We're just going to go through them quick. Because when we do this show, a lot of times Joey and I haven't seen the movies
yet.
Because they haven't put them into wide release. They don't release them until late, maybe early in the year, and then they don't put them into wide release. So he and I don't get a chance to see them. So last year, okay, these are the best pictures. I won't go through like everybody, but
no.
Oppenheimer,
Right.
So I did get to see
which
that.
was huge.
It was good.
A huge movie though. That and Barbie opened the same weekend and like broke like all sorts of box office records.
Right.
And that was long though, right?
It was.
Really long, yeah. So I think
doesn't-
that's on Max.
Yeah, you should check it out.
Yeah,
So check
I
it out in
think I will.
pieces. Barbie. Did you see Barbie?
No.
Yeah, Barbie was okay. Killers of the Flower Moon.
I still feel like
Scorsese.
Barbie was nominated for Best Picture.
And Killers of the Flower Moon was released, if I remember correctly. I think I saw that in like September or October.
That was pretty long too, wasn't it?
So yeah, that's a long one.
Yeah.
But it had you had plenty of time to see it. That one was released September, October.
Right.
Then Poor Things, which I saw after we did our show. That is my choice as the best picture.
Yeah.
It didn't win, but
Right,
it was the
right.
best, in my opinion.
Well, that had a really, really like good cast,
Yeah.
right? Because didn't Emma Stone win Best Actress?
Yeah, Emma Stone won, even
Yeah.
though the movie didn't win.
Right.
And Mark Ruffalo was nominated.
Yeah, he's great. I'm a big fan of Mark Ruffalo.
The Holdovers, which I'm sorry, Alex,
I still haven't watched
seen
that
it.
either. I want to, and it's streaming, and I just keep forgetting to watch
I know, I want to see it. I know it's a good movie. It's 7.9
it. Yeah, that's
on
right.
IMDb. As let's see, Poor Things got 7.8.
Yep.
Killers got 7.6. Barbie's is 6.8, so it's the lowest.
That's still kind of high for Barbie, I think.
And Oppenheimer's 8.3, so maybe I'm going to need to take another look at it. Anatomy of a Fall.
I started watching that, and I got to read. It's on Hulu.
Did you? Did
Yeah.
it kind of pull you in?
Yeah, it did, but it's got subtitles.
Oh,
And you know how I am. It's hard for me to watch movies with subtitles.
I want to see that. Past Lives. I don't know anything
I
about
don't
that.
even know what that is.
7.8.
You know, I'm going to look that up while you're going through that, Bill.
Maestro, starring Bradley Cooper, was nominated. Steven Spielberg.
What did
Does that mean he's in the
what did
movie?
Maestro get for a rating?
6.5, not super high. Zone of Interest, another one that's on my list to see. All these are on my list to see. 7.3. And American Fiction gets a 7.5. Don't know anything about that. So I'm going to have to go back and watch some of these. I only probably saw maybe half of these, which is too bad.
Yeah, Past Lives is, I don't know. It's confusing. 7.8's high, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to put my glasses on. Don't pick on me. All right, so Nora and Hae Sung, two deeply connected childhood friends, are arrested apart after Nora's family emigrates from South Korea. 20 years later, they are reunited for one fateful week as they confront notions of love and destiny.
Sounds interesting.
It says Korean drama, romance. Those are the three subcategories.
Cool. All right. So let's look at this year's, which I don't know that we saw that many of them, though we did have a chance to see a few of these. But let's see, Honora, which looks like a decent movie. A Complete Unknown. That's a movie about Bob Dylan
I do
and
definitely want to see that.
how he goes electric.
Yeah.
Amelia Perez. I'm Still Here.
That gets an 8.7. Still. That's high.
Wow.
That's insanely high.
I'm going to have to see it. Conclave, which we did see and we both liked.
Both liked, yep.
Nickel Boys, The Substance, Wicked. We did have a chance to see Wicked.
Yeah.
Wicked played in town and we skipped it.
Yeah, I passed on that. I told you if you wanted to go. I'm not going with you, though.
Dune Part 2,
Which you really liked.
I did see and I thought it was good.
Which
Yeah, I don't
gets-
think it's going to win Best
Which gets
Picture.
an
But
8.5. And that came out a while
yeah.
ago.
I'm obsessed with the whole Dune thing. You
And
know,
there's
so
part 3 is coming, right?
there has to be.
Yeah.
Because that didn't end. That did not end with.
The way-
There's more. There's
Yeah.
more to that
Gotcha.
story. And then The Brutalist, which we both really wanted to see. Well,
I'm going to watch it, but I'm not going to watch it in one sitting. It's 3
Right.
hours and 34 minutes long.
I've been looking. It didn't play anywhere this week at a time that we were going to be able to see. I think it played today at like 1 o'clock or something like, or 3 o'clock. And I was like, I'm too busy. I can't see it. Well, we wouldn't be able to do the show if we saw that. It's a long movie.
We'd still be there.
It's like 3.5 hours, and I think it's
Where's
got
it playing? Springfield?
No, I think it's in Keene.
Okay.
I don't think it's in Springfield this week.
Either one of those places. When they get a movie, some of them they keep for like a really long time.
Yeah,
you know,
we may
so-
get a chance.
which is nice.
I mean, if it wins the award, we may get to see it
Yeah,
next week. He
we could.
may give it a time
Yeah.
because I think he's still got copies or whatever of it. So I don't think they do it the copies anymore. Isn't it like digital?
Yeah.
It's all digital. They don't have the big cans of film anymore like they used to. They used to have a bunch of them. I think it was like, I want to say it was 6. You had to get six cans of film or whatever for a movie. So, all right. So, of those motion pictures, obviously we saw. Let's see. I saw
Conclave.
2.
And you saw 2.
So, what do we think is going to win out of that?
I mean, I'm torn between The Brutalist and Conclave. Because,
Yeah?
You know, like I said, The Brutalist won Best Drama at the Golden Globes, and Conclave won Best Ensemble at the Screen Actors Guild, which is their equivalent to Best Picture.
Right.
But I also said that The Brutalist wasn't nominated for Best Ensemble. So I don't know. I'm torn between that. I think I obviously want Conclave to win because I've seen it, but I'm gonna say probably I think The Brutalist is gonna have a big night, and I think The Brutalist is gonna win.
Oh, I mean, I really liked Conclave. It'd be hard for me to pick it.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, what do you think? Conclave gets a 7.4. I feel like that's kind of low.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought
like-
it was a sharp story.
I
really
liked it more than 7.4. At the end, I could have lived without the very, you know,
The twist?
the twist at the end. That wasn't really relevant,
Right.
but other than that, it was an excellent movie, and Ray Fiennes is great in it.
Yeah.
And Stanley Tucci was good in it. I just wish his part was a little bit bigger because he's a really good actor.
He is.
You know?
Excellent
and
actor.
if he was in it a little more, he might have been nominated.
I think I'm going to pick
Sorry,
A
actor.
Complete Unknown. I think that's going to win Best Picture. Oh, I should write that down here somewhere so I remember what I'm saying. Because next week people will hold me to this. You guys are going to be.
No, I already wrote mine down. I had time today, so.
Oh, I found a little spot there. What is that? Yeah. All right. So I'm picking Complete Unknown as Best Picture. So Best Actor is Sebastian Stan from The Apprentice. I think he plays Donald Trump.
Yep.
Timothy Chalamet, Complete Unknown. He plays Bob Dylan. Adrian Brody for The Brutalist. Coleman Domingo, who was also nominated last year, I just figured out.
Really?
Yeah. What was last year? Let's see. This year he's nominated for Sing Sing. And last year he was nominated as well. You're looking it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was nominated. And then Ralph Fiennes is nominated for Conclave. He did an excellent job. So this is... And surprisingly, he hasn't won an Academy Award yet.
He's only been nominated once.
That's weird.
I don't understand that because he's had a lot of really good performances. You know what I thought he was really good in, which wasn't really critically acclaimed, but hold on just 1 second. Rustin was what he was nominated
Rustin,
for.
right.
last year. I thought he was really good in the remake of Manhunter,
Oh, right.
Red Dragon, because he was the psycho killer,
Yeah.
and he was really creepy. You know, he was really good. He played a really good bad guy. I mean, I want him to win, and I'm rooting for him. But I think it's going to be Adrian Brody.
Yeah.
I do.
I think it's going to be Timothy Chalamet.
You think so?
I think Timothy Chalamet. I think right now, Bob Dylan. Matter of fact, Bob Dylan is going to be playing with Willie Nelson.
Yeah, you told me that last week.
And I'm going to try to get tickets to
Yeah,
go see it
yeah,
this
you said
summer.
that.
So keep your fingers crossed
Well,
for
let
me,
me ask
people.
you this. Do you think they'll give it to Timothy Chalamet because he has 2 movies nominated for Best Picture?
Ooh.
Do you think that might factor into it? Because he's the star of both of those movies.
Yeah, I didn't think
know.
about that.
I did, and I was thinking about that maybe. But like you said earlier, like Adrian Brody does already have an Oscar.
Yeah.
So maybe.
I
but
think
if they're
that'll
gonna
count
give it
against
to
him.
someone else, I feel like they should give it to Ray Fiennes over the body of work.
And Coleman Domingo didn't win last year, so maybe they're giving him a second chance to win. So maybe Coleman Domingo will win for Sing Sing,
Maybe.
which I hear is supposed to be an excellent movie.
I was surprised at that. Now, see, this is a good, interesting point, though. Sing Sing gets 7.7, not nominated for Best Picture. Amelia Perez gets 5.5, nominated for Best Picture. It was nominated for Best Drama at the Golden Globes. It was nominated for Best Ensemble at the Screen Actors Guild over The Brutalist.
Right. I think there's some politics at work.
Yeah, I mean, it gets a 5.5. That is terrible.
I got to tell you, and forgive me for this, Coleman Domingo. I got to find out more about you. You're nominated
I
for
know.
Academy Awards 2 years in a row. I got to check you
wanna
out.
say he's got a big movie coming out this year. Because I saw his, and I want to say it's him and Rami Malek.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Called The Amateur. Because it's on the list of movies. Remember I wrote out a list of movies, upcoming movies that we should go see?
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Oh.
And it looks really good. I read about it again today because I forgot all about the list.
I spent one night watching a whole bunch of
Documentaries?
not documentaries, but trailers for movies that are coming out, and basically it looked like a bunch of crap to me. And the only one that I really liked was The Black Bag.
Yeah, no, I do want to see that.
Black Bag is the one that I'm going to be drooling looking for that one. Most exciting movie. So, all right. So, who did you pick? You're picking
Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody,
Although I want Ray Fiennes.
and I think Timothy Chalamet is going to win. All right. So, for Best Actress, let's see.
So you're
We got-
going heavy on a complete unknown.
I guess so.
Yeah, and I'm going heavy on the Brutalist. So
Cynthia Erivo for Wicked. So she played one of the witches. Mikey Madison for Honora, which we didn't see. I don't know Mikey Madison. Carla Sofia Gascon for Amelia Perez. Demi Moore for The Substance. And Fernanda Torres, I'm Still Here.
which, like I said, gets an 8.
We saw none of these movies.
8.7, which
Yeah.
is really impressive.
So they may want to give it an award. But I'm picking Demi Moore
Yeah, they're
because
gonna-
she's been around and
They're
she
going to
was
give
huge.
it to Demi Moore. I mean, she won the Golden Globe. She won the Screen Actors Guild. I mean, and she's, what, 60?
Yeah.
She's been in the movie industry for years.
Yeah, she was one of the biggest actresses at one time, you know.
Ghost was huge. A Few Good Men was huge. Striptease, she got, I forget how much money she was the highest paid female actress for one movie at the time for Striptease because obviously she
Right.
had to get naked.
G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane, I was just going to say.
And what's the other one we're missing? She did one with Michael Douglas where she was his
Oh,
boss.
Disclosure.
Disclosure.
The Juror with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
That was big. You know, so she had some really big movies. We said Ghost, right? Yeah. Yeah, and then she kind of just disappeared a little
I
bit.
think people just were sick of her. You know, I think that happens. People fall out of favor, and this is her like resurrection. I think she's going to win for the resurrection.
Yeah,
you do too.
I do, yeah. I mean, she's the favorite. She's definitely the favorite.
And she's the only name we know. Like we don't know these
yeah,
people.
we haven't seen anybody else in any of the movies. So.
I feel bad. I feel like here we are doing a show about movies and we don't even know most of these people. But I think that I'm going to give like Alex basically said we should talk about this is that the Academy is under pressure to nominate different minorities, whatever minorities, for these different awards that they want to get included in everything, which is not a bad idea because if we go back, we're going to find like all white nominations, you know.
Absolutely.
But I don't think they made. There's a lot of times that they didn't make a lot of movies
But let's be
with
honest,
black
it's not
cast.
the Academy's fault. It's the Hollywood Foreign Press's fault because the Golden Globes for years were not nominating anyone that wasn't white. You know, and it's like, and they finally got called out for it, and then people boycotted it. I think did they cancel the Golden Globes one year because of it? And like Brendan Fraser didn't get nominated for The Whale because he said before the nominations even came out he wouldn't go anyway.
Wow.
You know, he's like, don't nominate me because I'm not going. You know, and he ended up winning the Screen Actors Guild and Best Actor Oscar. You know, but so they didn't nominate him because he pretty much said that they're racist and he wanted nothing to do with them.
Right. I mean, I think
And he was great in The Whale. Absolutely. You know.
I think Sidney Poitier was the first male to win
Yeah.
Best Actor, and the Best Female. Oh man, I just saw it somewhere too, and now I forgot.
Well, what was Sidney Poitier? It was 1967,
I think it was even earlier than that. I think
63 maybe. Because Denzel Washington was the second lead actor to win, and that was 2002.
wow.
40 years in between.
Yeah.
You know, and now since then, Jamie Foxx has won. Forrest Whitaker has won.
Marshala Ali.
That's supporting, but yeah, he's won
Mahershala
2
Ali,
supporting acting Oscars. Denzel won a supporting actor one for Glory,
Right.
which I got to go back and see.
Yeah, and you know,
That was a classic.
the library doesn't have that.
Really?
No, because I've looked for that because I wanted to go back and watch it
That's
too.
a week-long movie.
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched that. We had mini courses. That's what we called them in Westminster when I was in 6th grade, and I got Civil War. That was it. All we did was watch Civil War movies, and that was the first Civil War movie I'd ever seen, and I loved it.
I just remember the scene when they were drumming before they went into battle, and it just made the hairs on the back of my neck stand
Yeah.
up. It was like one of those movie moments, just
But
magical.
It's like 4 hours. I want to say
It's a long one.
because we
Yeah.
didn't watch it in one day. You know, because we only had 2 hours of mini courses, and there's
I was going to get into like a Nixon thing, but the library didn't have Nixon. And I think they have Frost Nixon, but I didn't get to it this week. So I don't know. I've been working on some stuff like
All
that.
right, real quick, what do you think Glory gets for rating?
7.5.
7.8.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
it's
Oh,
good.
it says it's only 2 hours and two. Really? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. It says it's only 2 hours and 2 minutes.
Oh, we can watch that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe that's one we should sponsor for Classics Night.
That's actually not a bad idea. All right, what's next?
All right, so let's look at Best Supporting Actor. Yuriva Borisov for Honora, Guy Pearce for The Brutalist, Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice, Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, which we've said in the past was a really highly regarded performance,
Yeah.
and Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown, which when I didn't realize this when I saw like clips from him doing this. Oh my word, he is spot on.
Who does he play?
He plays, oh shoot, what's his name? He's another folk singer, Pete Seeger. I saw Pete Seeger live in concert. He is spot on.
Does it surprise you? Though?
Unbelievable.
It doesn't surprise you. He's one of the best actors around.
No, it's amazing. And so, and I know Kieran Culkin got, a lot of good press for this. I'm picking Edward Norton.
Yeah, I mean, I'm picking Kieran Culkin because I think he is going to win. But I mean, if there's ever a year where you got to give it to someone who's deserving, I mean, Edward Norton's done his time too.
Right.
I mean, he got nominated for what? American History X, Primal Fear, Birdman. I mean, he's been nominated enough, and he's done his time. He deserves it, but I still think Kieran Culkin's going to win.
When I realized it, when I saw him, I was amazed.
Yeah.
I was amazed by it. So I think he's going to win. I think they're finally going to give him one.
I hope he does. I know he's not the most popular actor.
Poor Kieran Culkin, he's going to miss out this year.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
He is an Emmy, though. And Golden Globe, Screen Actors Guild.
Good for him.
TV, so.
All right, Best Supporting Actress is Ariana Grande, Felicity Jones, Zoe Saldana. Oh, I should say what the movies are. Ariana Grande is for Wicked. Felicity Jones is for The Brutalist. Zoe Saldana is for Emilia Perez. Isabella Rossellini for Conclave. And Monica Barbaro for Complete Unknown. So we only saw one of those. We only saw Conclave.
Yeah.
You think she's going to win?
Isabella Rossellini?
Yeah.
I would like her to. I wouldn't mind seeing anybody win other than Ariana Grande.
Really?
I don't want her to win.
I think she's going to win.
Really?
I think it's a star-making thing. I think there's a
Zoe Saldana is going to win.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind anybody else winning. All right, so we have 2 minutes, so we got to do director real quick.
Let's do it. Best director, Coralie Farguit, Substance, Jacques Audelaire, Sean Baker, Honora, Brady Corbett, The Brutalist, James Mangold for A Complete Unknown.
I wouldn't be surprised if any of them won.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't be surprised. James Mangold's probably the one that's got the most.
He's the most established.
Yeah, and I think he's been nominated before. Like I said, I think it's going to be a Brutalist kind of night, so I'm going with Brady Corbett, however you pronounce his last name.
Corbet.
And
Like sorbet.
So
He's Corbet.
You're probably going to go with Mangold, I'm thinking.
I think so. I think they're going to reward somebody who's been around.
Deserving, because he should have won for Walk the Line. He wasn't even nominated.
Yeah.
So. All right, so real quick, I'm just going to say I picked The Brutalist for original screenplay and Conclave for adapted screenplay.
Nice.
So that's our show. I knew it was going to go by fast.
Next week, we're going to find out who picked the right one. So
who was right and who was wrong. So this has been our episode of The Best Pictures. I'm one of your hosts, Joey Powers.
I'm Don Tretler, and these are the ones you don't want to miss.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room. Here's Johnny.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.